Hello everyone, welcome back to another reaction video. Thank you all to the new subscribers. Thank you all for showing your support by liking the videos, commenting, and sharing the videos as well. If you are new to the channel and you are enjoying the content, please make sure you hit the subscribe button. And if you are subscribed, make sure you're still subscribed. OneLove now has memberships available. As of right now, there are 2 tiers you can sign up for. The first tier is called the OneLove Fan. The perks that you will receive are loyalty badges that set you apart from the rest in the comments. You will also be able to use custom emojis as well as priority replies to comments. The second tier is called the Lovely Crew. The perks that you will receive here are the loyalty badges, custom emojis, priority reply to comments, member shoutouts, and early access to new videos. More perks will be added down the road. If you are interested in joining the membership, please feel free to hit the join button. So we have a lot to get into today. We are going to be covering a total of 3 lives. So yeah, this is a long one, but let's go ahead and jump right in.
I'm more of a dramatic girl. You guys know me. I'm more with the dramatics. But look, y'all, I just did some teeth gems. Aren't they cute? We just did it live on TikTok. I'm gonna drop the video, okay? These, girl, these come in handy too, Z. I'm telling you, this generation's a little clever with some things. You know, some things that I probably thought about back in the day, they're making now for the kids now. You know, thank you, Liberty. And this is definitely one of them. A pimple patch is brilliant. It's brilliant. Because who wants their pimple showing? I don't. You know, it's not the best look. So I'd rather put a cute pimple patch. Even though this one's not the cutest and the placement is crazy as fuck, it's okay. I'd rather have this than the pimple patch. I mean, than the pimple.
I'm actually glad she's acknowledging the fact that this looks pretty crazy, because I was like, this is not looking cute. And I was really hoping she wasn't thinking this was looking cute.
The pimple looks gross. Okay, I look infected.
Girl, what? That was the craziest thing to say. Like, who gets pimples and say they look infected? Girl, y'all, that, look, it be giving the stuff that be coming out of her mouth. Just like when she did the other video. I think it was the last video that we reacted to. You know, she was like, you know, I can show y'all the real court case, and it has nothing to do with me being on drugs. And it's like, girl, why was that your beginning statement to speaking on the court case? Like, the stuff that she says, it's like she tries so hard to hide her truth that she doesn't realize the placement and how she decides to say certain things kind of reveals her truth. But I just felt like for her to say this right here, it's just weird, because, again, most people have had pimples in their life. They're not fun. You know, it sucks, you know, that's one of the things that, you know, women have to deal with, especially when you're on your cycle. You have to deal with those things. And if you've never had to deal with a pimple, God bless you. But most women can relate. But I would think most women who have experienced a pimple or 2 or more would not immediately go to, you look infected. That was weird. Very weird.
And I'm gonna actually, this is my new schedule. Especially now that Joey, I don't think is gonna come, because, oh, you guys missed the whole Joey talk. It's okay, we're not gonna talk. I don't want to talk about it on here. Anyway, my new schedule is gonna be this. This is gonna be my day. I'm gonna sleep in until 10, because I'll tell you when I get there. But we're gonna sleep until 10. I'm gonna wake up at 10. I'm gonna get ready for the day. I'm going to put makeup on, do whatever I gotta do. And then I'm going to go live. I'm gonna go live on TikTok and YouTube. And then I'm going to do another live where I'm selling some stuff. And then I'm gonna go get AJ, come back home, work out, probably do a live, and then get him ready for bed, whatever, put them to bed, come back and do another live. because I got a battle at nighttime. So if you guys want to join my squad on TikTok, join, because I'm going to be very heavily on TikTok.
So this woman went from saying that Joey was going to be coming down to Texas to stay with her. He was going to be coming down in 2 weeks. This was going to be also an opportunity for her to go to Christian's football games and be able to interact with her children's extracurricular activities so she could have someone there with her so she won't feel threatened, and she would have someone there to protect her. And she was saying my man is going to be coming down. She was alluding to they were possibly going to get married, like just all of this foolishness. Now, early on, when she was hinting to the fact that somebody was coming down in the next 2 weeks, I initially thought it was going to be her mother. But she tried to do a little U-turn on that and say, oh, it was her man Joey. How many times has this man Joey, this Joey character, have disappointed her? He didn't show up to the delivery of Kalani, who you claim is, her father. He didn't show up to her birthday, her 1-year birthday. He didn't show up to your birthday. You've come on here multiple times saying how you and Joey was going to move in together. You've made it a point to say multiple times y'all were going to become an item. Y'all were going to be in a relationship. That never panned out. And once again, now this whole plan that you had in action for Joey to come down, he's not coming. I mean, it's just funny that the people that are really following you and who are supporting you still can't figure this out. Like, this girl just lies. Just to lie. It's crazy. But again, we have to understand some of this is entertainment purposes with Olivia. She just says and does whatever she thinks is going to be a good storyline for the day. But it's definitely looking like Stella is the one who is going to be coming down once again. And it's really giving Stella's coming down too because of this court case that's coming up. I think that Stella is kind of just being put in position just in case if things go in a direction that Olivia is thinking is not. That way there will be someone there for the children. That's what is given to me. But yeah, let's continue.
Did you see Dusty begging for $1,000 after telling people not to donate to you? Girl. Everyone talks so much shit about me, but they want to be just like me. Ain't that funny? Shit don't make no fucking sense. But you know what? I'm not going to be a hating ass hoe like her. And good luck to her. That's all I have to say. Why are these niggas reacting to me? You know why they're reacting to me? Because they like me. They have a crush on me. They really want me for real.
Please understand what you just heard Olivia say. She really means it. She really believes that because there are male reactors reacting to her, that some kind of way means that they really want her. Again, this is another example of what I be saying when Olivia flips things in her mind to justify why things are happening around her. This is the only way she can cope in her mind with the fact that there are men that are actually reacting to her and calling her out on her stuff. It has to mean that secretly they really want her. It's the craziest thing. But I'm very much bothered by the fact that Olivia is smoking in the house, number one. But it's like, for her to be smoking, and I cut out a lot of the conversation she was having because it wasn't really anything of substance. But her excuse was, well, it doesn't really affect the kids as long as I'm not smoking like a pack of cigarettes a day. I mean, again, you show no regard for your children. These are young children that you have running around this house with very young lungs. Their lungs are delicate, and they're having to breathe in your secondhand smoke, and you don't see nothing wrong with it. Once again, showing how selfish you are and how neglectful you are when it comes to the type of mother you are to your children.
What is it called? Oh, MTR. This nigga's probably talking shit. Is he ugly? Oh, Lord. Oh, he doesn't even have views. Oh, actually, his views are okay. He's reacting to old shit, though. I want to see how he acts, though. I want to see his face when he sees me. I can always tell if a nigga's attracted to me.
I had a car accident.
Not like it matters, but it kind of does matter because it's funny when dudes react to me because I'm like, bro, bye.
Wow, Olivia is something else. I am telling y'all, this is a mess. This girl said, I want to see his face when he sees me because that's how I can tell if a man likes me. This girl really believes that every man is attracted to her. Like, that is insane. So this is going to be her response to the MTR guy reacting to her. We covered in the last video how she was spazzing out when the other reactor and the male reactor who started speaking on Olivia was on a panel together or doing a video together. We saw how she was dragging that man for filth. So now we're going to see how she responds to this third male reactor reacting to her.
Cheated on me. Y'all want to hear this? Relationship. I got the balls and I cheated on him back. Baby daddy number 2.
Okay.
It was a big mess, okay? He's cute. Okay, now baby daddy number 3. He has always helped me. He's not in her life because he has a whole different life than me.
He lives a completely different life, which means, my opinion,
he's married.
He's got a whole nother family, and she was the side chick.
Baby daddy number 4. Okay.
Girl, now she said he's married before the man could even say what it was. Olivia, girl, you just keep telling on yourself. Is that what the situation is over there with quote-unquote Joey? He's actually married. That's why this man ain't trying to be with you. That's why he's never showing up. Because he has a whole situation over there, as you say. He has a whole family over there. Girl, but you don't mess with married men, right? But it was the eye flip for me when dude called it out and said you're the side chick. Yeah, because you're used to being the side chick in a lot of relationships. That is wild.
Okay, so he's locked up. So yes, I am pregnant. Pregnant with my 6th child. This is gonna be my 4th baby daddy. My ex-husband.
The unaccountable concerto number 5.
Their father has been trying and alienating me, actively alienating me out of their life. And it has been so messy, so crazy. You guys wouldn't even believe, okay?
So messy.
Tell me my life should be a Lifetime movie at this point.
Written and directed by me. There's sometimes where I do content on people and I really just get left scratching my head. Now, the head scratcher, main character in question today is actually another YouTuber. She's got over 100,000 subscribers, but she also has 6 kids with not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 separate baby
I have 6
daddies.
kids, no baby.
The latest one is currently in prison, and she is actively trying to get these kids back from losing custody. Now, already, when a woman loses custody of their children, it is an extreme circumstance because that generally doesn't happen. But she's actually started a GoFundMe.
Oh, good. I'm happy he put that up there. Good, thank you. No, he's not fine. He looked cute from the side.
Y'all, this is hilarious. You cannot make this up. So now that Olivia is hearing what this man has to say about her, and he's not infatuated with her, now he's not cute. But before she heard what he had to say, oh, he's cute. Girl, Olivia, for real? Like, did you forget that quick what you just said? So to all the future male reactors, just know that If you are aesthetically pleasing and you look a certain way, if you fit the aesthetics that Olivia loves, if you don't say anything negatively about her, this is going to be her response to you.
Baby daddy number 2.
Okay.
It was a big fucking mess, okay? He's cute. Okay, now baby daddy number...
And if you are aesthetically pleasing and you are attractive, but you say negative things about Olivia and you call her out on her stuff, this is going to be her response to you.
No, he's not fine. He looked cute from the side.
A joke. Yeah, this is what you're dealing with here. This is a woman who not only believes that all men want her and they can't resist her, but this is a woman who bases her opinion and what she chooses to listen to, agree, or disagree with. It all depends on what you look like. That's it. She doesn't care about your intellect. She doesn't care what truth you bring to the table. She doesn't care about your wisdom. She doesn't care about your experience. She doesn't care about your common sense. None of that. All she cares about is, what do you look like? Yeah.
But, yeah, that's what happened with that.
Was it successful?
He's married to the lady now, and him and I were just around
stupid.
like 4 months ago.
What?
And then it goes to commercial.
Sometimes
You gotta stop the track when you hear the unaccountable explained situations. So before you got married, you were cheating on each other, back and forth, toxic as hell. And then after getting married, you thought it'd be good to bring 3 children into a situation.
He doesn't know
I
what
think
he's
bringing
talking
children
about.
into a dysfunctional relationship,
We already had the
or
kids,
dysfunctional
stupid.
marriage is selfish as hell, and that type of
Why do they
behavior,
react
that
on things
back
they don't
and
know?
forth, that toxicity, you know, it's being normalized within our culture today, and
Yeah, it
we got
is.
no one else to blame but ourselves.
That's
and
true.
people generally cannot just devise plans to get things taken away from you, or you can be set up based off of a set of choices or behaviors that you're currently already engaging in, and then they just record you doing that, send that to the judge, and the judge is like, what the? Get those kids away from her. CPS, go get her.
Yeah, he was given my kids. He was given primary and custodial with no proof of drug use. So don't come in my comments being like, oh, well, you mustn't know. I wasn't on drugs. I had my own place. I was doing very well for myself at the time. I just didn't have a lawyer, so the judge gave him my kids. So ladies,
That's not how that works.
It can happen, okay?
Oh.
It happened. It happened to me.
Perhaps I'm prejudging, but there's something eerily demon in the way that she's describing her situation and unaccountable at its core. So I'm glad that the man won. And he did not win because you didn't have a lawyer. We've gone over too many court cases on this channel for me to just...
I would love him to go over my court case. You've been through so many court cases. Everybody put in his comments, go over my court case. Go over my court case. I want him to deep dive in my court case.
If custody was transferred,
The actual proof of it. Out of all the documents that I can give him.
something happened to transfer custody that you're not talking about, and your silence speaks louder than any words in your defense otherwise.
Yeah, I didn't want to play the whole reaction all over again because we've already played it, but I wanted to highlight these points so y'all could see her reaction to some of the things that this man was saying. And you could definitely see on the look of her face, she was hurt by the fact that this man said he was glad that Gerard got the kids. And it's so funny to me that she's so willing to hand over court documents to a man who just freshly started reacting to her. But it's only because she knows that this man has almost 1 million subscribers. So it's about clout, number one. And she thinks some kind of way she can finesse his audience to see things from a different perspective. But it's the fact that she wants this man to do a deep dive on her court hearings. But when it comes to where the court stuff originated, which is in this sector, she doesn't want to show any of her proof. Because she's come on here multiple times saying that she didn't have a problem with showing the court documents. And she still hasn't shown it. So for her to say, I'll give you all my court documents, and then she went back to say the ones that I'm able to give you. Yeah, because you're going to pick and choose what documents you want this person to see, because you're still trying to hide certain pieces of information that actually went along with that particular court proceeding. If you are so interested, Olivia, in your truth being put out here, why not just put the documents out here to begin with? Why are you holding the documents hostage? Why did you go so far as to get this particular court situation sealed? If you had nothing to hide and you are the true victim, why would you go so far as to make it to where nobody in the public could get access to these court documents? Only a person who has something to hide would do that, especially if you're making yourself out to be the victim. You're making yourself out to be that there was injustice done on your behalf, that you was taken advantage of, that you was not treated fairly. If all of these things are true, does this show the actions of a person who would go so far as to have it sealed up? Yeah, it's just not adding up, Olivia. But we're going to move on from this live, and we're going to go on to the next live where Olivia is trying to get her children.
I was trying to bring up some screenshots. I told this man in August that I was coming to see the kids, whether I drove here, whether I took plane, whether I was back living here. I didn't know how the fuck I was gonna do it, but I was gonna see my kids September 5th. Correct me if I'm wrong, it's September 5th, right? Okay, so I told him I would see them September 5th, and I would pick them up from the meeting spots at 6 p.m. Okay? I told him this in August. I told him this a couple times in August. A couple days. He saw every single one of those messages. He saw them. He read them. So tell me why today you take it upon yourself to leave the fucking kids at school, not even write me a fucking message in the app that's what you're doing, and I'm calling you. I wrote in the app hours ago that I'm gonna meet you at the meeting spot, right? But now my kids call me from school and they've been waiting for an hour for me to pick them up, when I told you weeks of fucking go that I was picking them up at the meeting spot. I might go to jail tonight. I'm just letting everybody know. I might go to jail tonight. I might go to jail tonight.
I have so many questions, and there are definitely some things we're going to get into, but I don't want to get too ahead of myself, because what I really want to do a deep dive on is going to be the live she did after this video. So I'm going to refrain from saying what I really want to say right now. But what I will say, she's saying that she conversated with Gerard a month ago in the app, letting Gerard know that somehow, some way, she was going to be picking the kids up on Friday, September 5th. And it was supposed to be at the meeting spot. Here's the issue one of the issues that I'm gonna start out with for now. If you knew that you wanted to see your children, first off, if it's court ordered for you to pick them up from school on Thursday, why would you wait until Friday to pick them up? Like, that's my initial question, because I have so many things I want to say, but like I said, I'm just going to lead with this, because according to you, you missed them so much that you just had to see them. When she touched back down to Texas and she popped up and we saw her in her Texas apartment that she never lost, but she claimed she broke the lease and she lost everything. When we saw her in that live, She said that she couldn't wait to see her children, but she didn't have her car, but she was waiting for her car to be shipped to her. Okay? You mean to tell me if this was the type of energy you was on, you just missed them so bad, you had already been away from them for 3 months, you already admitted to the fact that you hadn't spoken to them in 2 months, you missed 2 of your children's birthdays, and you're telling me that you had every opportunity to pick them up for school on Thursday and you chose not to? You already had your car, so that was not an excuse. You already been saying your car is messed up and you don't know how much longer it's going to be before it just don't start up for you. But if you was able to drive to the school on Friday, why you couldn't drive to the school on Thursday? Because had you did that on Thursday when you were supposed to have them, you probably wouldn't have been in this situation right here. But it's convenient for you to sit here and place blame on Gerard. But I digress. Let's continue.
How dare you play these fucking games? Play these fucking games. And then have the fucking nerve, after I called him about 1 million fucking times in the app, write down in the app and act clueless. Why would I drop them off at the meeting spot if I'm at work and blah 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 blah? Nigga, then fucking say that. I also put in the app that if you can't meet me at the meeting spot and you need to rearrange something, let me know. Communicate. And if this motherfucker picks up my motherfucking kids before I can, I'm going to jail today. That's what's happening today. I'm going to fucking jail today. That's what's fucking happening today. Because I'm riding around in a fucking car. I don't even know if I'm going to make it to their school. I don't even know if I'm going to make it to their school. I don't even know. I'm trying. I hope I do. But if this motherfucker plays with me, I swear to God. Bitch, if you're watching this, ho, play with me. It's going to be the last motherfucking time you play with me, bitch.
Does anyone know the difference in how long it takes her to get to her children's school versus the meeting spot? I'm really trying to figure out what is the difference in time and miles. Because if your car can make it to the meeting spot, if it can make it there and back, why is it an issue with you being able to make it to their school and back to abide by the court order? Secondly, if you knew your car was an issue, why didn't you just call an Uber? If that was the case, if you know your car is not in that type of a drivable condition, why not just get an Uber? Like, there are so many different ways this could have been handled, and for you to not look at anything that you have chosen to do as being an issue, or you could have moved a different way, I just find that to be weird. But I'm curious if anybody has that information. That would be very helpful.
Put it on my life. Put it on my whole entire life. I'll go outside for my motherfucking kids. And you done played with me enough motherfucking times. I'm done. I've had it up to here. I don't know if I could take any more, y'all. I don't know if I could take any more. I don't know if I'm mentally capable of taking any more fucking games. I don't know. Leaving my fucking kids at school, bitch, that was the new fucking low. Nigga keeps fucking calling me. Stop fucking calling me. If I knew this is a fucking disgusting, demented ass game. If I knew that you were gonna do this, I would have been at the school. I mean, I would have tried. I would have tried way earlier to get to their school. I don't even know if my car is gonna break down. I don't even know. I have my baby in the car. It's 90 fucking degrees, 95 degrees. I have no air conditioning. And I don't know if my car is gonna make it. Okay? I don't know. That's why I'm not playing any games. I don't want to play games with you, you fucking loser ass nigga. I don't want to play games with you. If I say I don't think my car's gonna make it, it's because it's for real. If I really could go through to the school and not have to ever see you a day in my life, I would gladly do that. I would take that. But I don't have a car that actually fucking works right now. That's the only thing. So driving to the meeting spot is closer than the school. And I don't know if my car is going to make it, but I'm going to try anyway. I'm going to try. I cannot not try. I have to try. But bitch, if you were going to fucking do this, why not just put an app? I'm not going to the meeting spot. Pick up the kids after school. That's all you had to say, bitch. That's all you had to say. That's it, bro. But instead, you wanted it to look like I don't give a fuck. That's what you wanted to make it look like. Well, bitch, I do. I'ma show you how much I give a fuck, bitch. I'ma show you today, bitch. I'ma show you today. Because I'm done. I'm done playing these fucking games, bro. You want me to crash out, bitch? I'm finna fucking crash out on your fucking ass, bitch. Play with me. Play with me. Play with me.
Now, I know some of y'all gave me a heads up with this live. This is my first time watching this live. And I always try to look at all sides of a situation. I cannot ignore the fact that if this type of communication was being had in the app, if it shows in the app that this woman was letting Gerard know ahead of time that her car possibly wouldn't be able to make it to the school, and that it would be better if she could pick them up at the meeting spot. If this was the communication that she was having with Gerard ahead of time, and Gerard went about things the way he did, where he left them at school, knowing that she wasn't going to be picking them up, I do have to side-eye that situation. I do. Because if the tables were turned and it was Olivia doing that, I would definitely call her out for that. Because that's pretty suspect. So this is what I be saying and have been saying, where I say that the kids are kind of being used as pawns on both ends. At the end of the day, the kids are the ones who are being hurt the most. Because honestly, I don't see the point. If there is a system set up and has been in place where the children are going to school, somebody is picking them up every single day from school and bringing them home. I believe they are car riders. I don't believe they catch the bus. If they do catch the bus, y'all can correct me if I'm wrong. But if they are car riders, that means they have a system in place. Somebody is taking them to school and picking them up from school and taking back home. So what was different about this particular week? If Olivia is saying since August she was telling Gerard in the app, and again, we will look at what is being communicated in the app in the next live that we're going to cover in this video. But if she was communicating to Gerard that she was picking them up on September 5th, which is on a Friday, and they were to meet up at the pickup spot, why would the children be left at school on this particular day? It's not making sense. So again, I have to look at everything, and this is not adding up to me.
It's all a fucking game, bro. It's all a fucking game. This is all a sick ass fucking game, bro. If my kids are not at that fucking school, I'm I would have been at the school. I would have been there. I would have been tried to get there. I would have done whatever. I would have took a fucking Uber. I would have tried to arrange something, bitch. I would have tried to do something. But you didn't tell me shit, bitch. You didn't tell me shit. You didn't tell me shit for this exact reason. So you could fucking do this shit. The meetup is like 30 minutes. It's like an hour. The school is like an hour. I'm pushing it, trying to go 30 minutes in this car. This car every time I come to a stop, my car shuts down. Okay? My car is dying on me. I'm not making that shit up, bro. My My car is fucking dying on me. My car could die right here on the fucking highway. So being smart, since I don't know nobody in Texas for real, let me not try to drive that far. Let me try to drive a little closer.
Okay, so she actually answered my question. So she's saying that the meetup spot is 30 minutes from her house, and her going to pick the kids up from school is an hour from her house. That puts things into more perspective for me.
That's why I tried to arrange it the way that I did. Weeks ago, not yesterday, bitch. Weeks ago, weeks a fucking go. Baby, she's so hot in the back seat. Sorry. So sorry. I can't go, baby. I can't go. Need a little air. Shit.
Oh wow. So I wanted to make sure I left this whole clip in so y'all could see what I'm seeing, but it definitely looks like her car keeps cutting off. So obviously, what she's saying about the condition of her car is true. That just her trying to push it to make it an hour to the school, it's really pushing her car because it's seeming, from what I'm looking at, it definitely is looking like her car keeps cutting off. Wow.
No, bitch, no. Especially not right here, bro. In the middle of the fucking ghetto. Let's go, bitch. You gotta keep going. Let's go. Don't even fucking think about it. No. You ain't finna turn off now. But come on. Oh, shit. The car just
No. I'm like literally. No. I'm like literally in the middle of the fucking.
Wow. So she finally makes it to the school. Y'all saw her car kept cutting off. She ended up muting it right here, what y'all are seeing right here. She's inside the school. We're going to hear what they end up saying once she's asking for the kids. But this is a lot. This is a lot right here.
He said he got picked up at 3:45. She said, "By who?" Hey, Dad.
That doesn't make sense. When did he call me? Or when they called? No, they called me at 4.
She said somebody called at 4:19. They still her. It's with. She said somebody called at 4:19. They still her. Okay. This ain't talking to Daddy.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
All right.
I ghosted my babies. That's funny. I'm gonna do what you guys want me to do. I'm gonna end this. I'm gonna do what everybody wants me to do. What everyone's pushing me to do, I'm gonna do. And remember, everybody pushed me to do it. Remember that. Remember that. Everybody. Including him. I'm gonna do it.
So, as y'all heard, when she made it into the school and she was asking for her children, the person told her that they were already gone. And she asked them, well, who picked them up? They said their father did. So, Gerard had went to pick them up from school. And now Olivia is saying, I'm going to do what y'all have been wanting me to do. I'm just going to, I'm going to end it, is what she said. I'm going to end it. I feel like this right here, I'm not going to take away from the fact that this whole situation, just being a mother on the outs, trying to see your children is not stressful. Some of that stress I do feel Olivia brings upon herself because she's not going about things in the way that it was outlined for her to. And I feel if you really want to look at this, right from the inception of all of this happening, I feel she could have avoided all of this had she complied with the courts. But I know saying that over and over and over is not going to get her to see it for what it is. But that's the reality of the situation. This could have been avoided. And now that she's in this situation and she's trying to see her children, when she wants to see them, she's running into all types of roadblocks. And I feel like for her to say in this moment, and this is what I say about Olivia being very emotional and she moves off of emotion, your feelings may be hurt right here, but for you to say, I'm just going to do what everybody wants me to do and I'm just going to end it, because you're in your feelings right now. You're not even allowing yourself to process things, because this is the fight, or the lack of, that I've been speaking about over here. This is not fighting for your children. This is not doing everything you can to make things better. And to say that I'm just going to do what everybody wants me to do, to me, that's like the cowardly way to go about it, because you're giving up. And I feel like that's what a lot of people have seen going on 6 years now, is you giving up. And that has been that's been the main conversation that a lot of people have in why they feel the way they feel about you in this whole situation, because you're not showing up in the way that you could show up as a mother, fighting for your children. But to say, I'm just going to end it, again, how do you say that when your children are hurting right now? They was expecting you to come. Now, I can sit here and say that the way Gerard handled this situation is kind of suspect. Again, I need to see the messages in the app for me to really form an opinion. But I'm just saying, if this was the communication back in August, that Olivia was going to be picking him up from the meeting spot on Friday, September 5th, I find this to be weird, that this is what ended up happening.
Now I'm gonna be late picking AJ up. No, there wasn't a mix-up with the pickup. He did this purposely. That's what happened. Don't come up in my shit fucking lying. Go take that lying shit somewhere else. You ain't gonna fucking do that in my life. You're not doing that over here. There's a lot of channels you can go make up stories. You're not making shit up here. You're gonna say the truth or you're gonna get blocked. My baby knew. She knew. She already knew. My baby already knew. She sees that motherfucker for exactly who he is. And thank you. Thank you, God, at least for that. Thank the Lord. Thank the Lord. What the fuck was that? Oh, that was. That is part of my car. What the fuck was. Hey, put your arm back in there.
So right here, Olivia is referring to Robin, because she said in the beginning of this live that Robin was the one who contacted her, let her know that they were still at school waiting to be picked up. And she was like, you have to hurry up and come get us, because if our dad gets us, we're not going to be able to see you. This is what she's referring to.
And this is why I left. This is why I left and I went to Florida. Because of shit like this. This right here. This. Playing games. This is enough bullshit to drive you insane. This is enough bullshit to drive you to do something insane. So instead of doing that, I removed myself. Because I still have to be a mother to these two.
So this was pretty much it for this live. It was a lot of her just driving and not saying anything. So I had to cut out a lot of the video because of that. But I only left in the portions where she was actually talking about something. So that's what you was able to get from this particular live. Now we're going to move on to the live she did the following day. So let's get into it.
No, I have not. My mom was just talking to me about that. We're going to get it looked at this week. We're going to get the car looked at this week. Yeah. Yes. We are. I got a good recommendation for a shop. So after I drop off AJ one of these days, then we'll take it to the shop. If I have to leave it there, then we'll leave it there. And we'll just Uber back. But hopefully I don't have to because I got to get AJ from school. I wonder how it's going to work. Maybe I have to get a rental-car for a few days. I got to see. How long does it usually take them to look at cars? Like a couple hours? Probably just Uber home and then Uber back. I don't know. Let's see.
So Olivia is letting it be known again that her mother is going to be coming down to help her out. And she's saying that she's going to help her put her car in the shop. Now, with your car doing what it does, more than likely, they're not going to be able to get to your car the same day, especially if they have other vehicles ahead of yours. So it is looking like you may have to rent a car.
Did you lose your credit card yesterday? No, that wasn't a credit card. I don't know what the hell it was. You guys, I was actually using that to hold up the thing. I have to get that fixed too. I have to get that fixed and I have to get new tint in my car. I'm just gonna I'm gonna pimp my ride out, okay? I saw this TikTok and the girl, she was like in a beater. And she was like, this is the car I drive and I still got bitches mad. And then her thing went viral. And the girls in the comments were like, girl, I drive a 08 and I got a pocket full of money. I drive a 06, I drive a and I'm just like, girl, that's right. Shit, I'm driving a I drive a 07 and bitches are sick. They're sick. This little 07 outside. No, I love the car though. I really do. It's a very beautiful, good car. And even though that car should not be driven, I shouldn't be driving that motherfucking car outside. That car Ben told me, bitch, get out. Get out and walk. But it keeps starting up. That is what you call an old Betsy, honey. That's what you call an old reliable. Okay? Because no matter what, if it shuts down, if it and it just runs out, it just dies on me, girl, I'm going to start that bitch up and guess what? It's going to crank every motherfucking time. So I'm not giving up on that car. That car ain't gave up on me, bitch. I ain't giving up on her, honey. Okay?
So this is the status of the vehicle. She says she's going to pimp her ride. She's not going to get another car. She doesn't want to pay a $400 car note. So she's going to just try to get it fixed and just keep her vehicle. I mean, look, do what you do. I just feel like, especially with you having young children, you definitely need a reliable mode of transportation. Driving your car like this and it's cutting off in the middle of the highway, like that's not good. Especially too, if you're trying to see your children, like you're going to have to figure it out because this is not it.
So I did want to come and talk to you guys for a minute about yesterday. I had to delete a lot of comments yesterday, and there's still a lot of sit down and eat. And there's still a lot of comments. I see what's going on here. I see. I see. It's been going on for a while now. What's been going on here with the hate train and the people who do commentary on me, and the overall perspective and look that people are trying to perceive. You know what I mean? They're trying to get the audience and the public to perceive me as, and then people come onto my platform and they leave me comments trying to further downplay the situation and act like I'm the problem. I'm the problem, I'm the problem, I'm the problem, I'm the problem. Everything's my fault and I'm the absolute problem here. Well, let me tell you guys something. Let me be very clear when I say this too. My beef or what I'm going through has absolutely nothing to do with strangers on the internet. Yes, I choose to share my story and I will continue to share my story. But going back and forth and trying to debunk and trying to defend and pleading and fighting, pretty much fighting for my life. The whole fighting for my life stuff is over. I'm not going back and forth with a hater. I'm not going back and forth with an unhappy person who has trauma, who has this, who doesn't understand the situation, who is sit down, who is apparently going out of their way to misunderstand me and what I'm going through as a mother and as a woman. I'm not going back and forth with y'all no more. I'm not. I don't have shit to prove to a fucking person on this internet, and that's not why I do anything that I do. I do it so I can document my experience, because at one time I tried to be quiet about my experience, and I gave people the right to write my own story, and nobody's gonna write my story but me. And that's just that on that. So, like I said, I'm not the internet's mom. I'm not y'all's mom. I have 5 children that were given to me by the Lord Himself, and I'm extremely grateful for my position, regardless of who wants to take it away from me. Regardless. And I will continue to fight for my rights to be a mother to my children. I'm sorry if that upsets people. I'm sorry if you think that's wrong. I'm sorry if you think that I have no rights and I do whatever you think in your brain. I don't know. Who knows? Who knows what stuff y'all conjure up in that brain of yours. But I don't give a fuck either way. So coming over here with the narrative that you're trying to spin, that I don't care about my kids, and girl, just save it, okay? Go to a negative person's platform who loves to talk negatively about me and have a field day, babe. Have a fucking field day. But over here, you're just gonna get deleted. Because I don't care about none of that. You're not upsetting me. You're not hurting me. You're not breaking me. You're not stopping me. You're not doing shit to me. The man and I are over. What I did, I did. I stand on fucking business. I fucked your husband. Boo-hoo. Go fucking cry about it. My husband was fucked too. Get the fuck over it. Nobody gives a fuck about me. So I don't give a fuck about nobody else. I don't care. I already did that. It's over. Stop bringing it up. Stop talking about it. It's done. It's never going to happen again. But me being a mother to my children, that will always happen. It will always. It's never going away. Unless you fucking kill me, it's not going away. I'm going to be right here. I don't care what I did. I don't care when I did this. I did this in 2005. I did this in 2009. I don't give a fuck. Shove it up your ass. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I don't. You want me to care? I don't care. I don't. No jail time is gonna make me care. Nobody on this internet is gonna make me care, bitch. If anything happens to me, bitch, I will get out. I will be right here. I will be back. I will be standing on business again.
So Olivia is wanting to address people that are doing commentary on her And she's feeling as if those that do commentary on her are trying to make people believe a different version of her life than the version that she's trying to show. And again, Olivia, everybody can't be wrong. That's the thing that you fail to continue to not see, because you're upset at the fact that people see through the things that you choose to show on there. Whether it's your actions, whether it's the things that you say, some people are able to see through that. And you're very much bothered by the fact that some of the people who do commentary on you are able to grab the attention of other people to help them see what they're actually seeing before them. That's what you're really upset about. And, I just feel like when it comes to what I have said about you over here, I've never tried to make you solely to be the problem. I've never put all blame on you. I said that there's a lot of blame that can go in different directions. My issue with you is you never take blame for yourself. It's always somebody else's fault. When you play a huge part in why things are going in the direction that they're going, you deserve a lot of the blame for what your children are going through. But I've never said that you are the only person that blame should be going towards. So, again, I feel this is just your way of wanting to play victim here. You want people to feel sorry for you because you're trying to show your life and you're picking and choosing what you want to share. And you're mad at the fact that there are actually intellectual people out here that are not believing some of the things that you're choosing to speak on when it comes to your life. You can't get mad at the fact that people are seeing the truth. And it's like you thought that you could come on this internet and be whomever you decided you wanted to be, tell whatever story you wanted to tell, and think that people was just going to believe everything that came out of your mouth. And because you're not getting that result, you're upset about it. Like, that's pretty much what it is. If somebody was to do commentary on you and they literally agree with every single thing that came out of your mouth, you wouldn't be saying the things that you're saying right now towards people who do commentary on you. You would be shouting them out. They would be cool with you. Because we also saw you, Olivia, in other reactors' chats, laughing it up when the attention was put on another mommy. You was cool with being in reactors' chats, laughing it up. But because the heat is on you, you have a problem with all reactors.
What? He didn't even answer the phone for me yesterday to talk to them. I called. It took everything inside of me to make that fucking phone call. No. Just because it's hard. See, like I said, if you've never been through what I'm going through, please don't. Like, just hush. Like, you don't know what I'm going through. So he was supposed to at least let me talk to them. Of course. He didn't answer the phone. He's doing so much wrong. He knows he's fucking wrong. But let him keep doing it. I don't like them hot. I like them with it doesn't matter how he feels. Exactly. Because this is ultimately supposed to be, right, about the kids. Correct? Every time you guys want to throw some shit in my face, it's about the kids, and you don't care about the kids. The kids wanted to come with their mama yesterday. Okay, and that's all that should matter. That's all that matters. I keep saying, it don't matter if you hate me, you can't stand me, I'm the biggest bitch in the world. It doesn't matter. Those are still my kids. Obviously, obviously the mistake was made. I shouldn't have chose you and you shouldn't have chose me. Obviously. Obviously. But it's already done. And we parent those children. But, okay. Ask why not just get therapy to get your mind together. Why do you keep showing the internet you're spiraling? How am I spiraling? Don't block that person. I want that person to tell me. I'm going to look for your comment. How am I spiraling? And what do I need to get together in my mind? Don't block that person.
Yeah, I don't know why Olivia views getting therapy as being offensive. It's something that I think a lot of people do that helps them sort things out in their mind or help them to deal with trauma or hard things that they're dealing with in their life. And the fact that you're taking offense to this comment when you just got through saying a day before this live, you made it a point to say that what you're dealing with can cause you to pretty much lose your mind. You was talking to people saying that this right here is what can cause you to crash out because of what you're dealing with. You said this is why you left Texas to begin with, because of what you was dealing with. So if all of these things are true and you're truly dealing with a narcissist and you're dealing with someone who's holding your children over your head and is putting you through all of this, why is it that you're taking a comment that is saying maybe you should go talk to somebody to help you sort through all of this? Why are you taking offense to it? Because I would think if this is something that you're really experiencing and this is how devastating it has been on you and your mental state, I would think you would welcome the idea of actually speaking with somebody. Because you also made it a point to say that you were just going to end it. Meaning you were going to give up on your kids because you're tired of the back and forth that you're having to go through. Now, I do see when it comes to this live, you're speaking differently, which is what I was saying earlier. You move off of emotion. But to downplay therapy and to act as if somebody is trying to throw insults at you because they're suggesting that you should seek therapy, I think that's ridiculous.
That's really sad. That's really sad. You can hate me all day, every day. That's okay. You can hate me. Obviously, you didn't hate me that much. You were just here sleeping with me. And I'm sorry I keep bringing it up, but it's like, how much do you really hate me? Do you hate me? Do you still love me? What is going on here? I think that people do need to get mental evaluations, but it's not me. It's not the person who's been dealing with the psycho narcissist for about, how long have I been dealing with him? For like 15 years now? But you know what's funny? The person who deals with the psycho narcissist, they're always made to be the psycho in the situation. Always. Oh wait, here we go. You are spiraling because this is the 4th time you have left your children with no goodbye. You have come on here and cussed people out, stay on live for hours without checking on your children. Okay, cool. So let's get this understood. You guys don't know if I said goodbye to my children. It was just another thing that weirdos added on to the story to make me look like I don't care about my kids. So with you saying that, whatever your name is, editorial, I'm going to leave your comment right there. You're obviously a hater. You're a naysayer. You go around and listen to other people who don't know me and don't know the inside of my story. So I'm just going to let you think whatever you want to think. I'm talking about I'm on live for hours. Girl, I'll be here for every day, all day. I can come on live all day. That's me spiraling? Wait, what you just said is me spiraling? Girl, bye. I try to give y'all a chance, but like I said, your points are never proven.
Olivia, you would never allow a point to be proven in your mind because you don't want to admit that what you're doing is wrong. I don't care how much evidence a person or people can lay out before you, it will never be considered proof in your eyes because you will never admit to it. And the fact that you're trying to downplay what this woman just said is crazy because those were valid points. It wasn't everything, but she gave you something to go off of so you could understand why she made the original comment that you do crash out. Yes, you have left your children multiple times. It doesn't matter if you said goodbye to them or not. The fact is, you keep leaving and you're coming in and out of their life, and you're thinking that's not going to have some type of effect on them mentally, emotionally. Like, you're trying to downplay your actions. Nothing is normal about that, Olivia. And it is very true that you're being very neglectful and you're not paying attention to your children. You're not mothering your children if you are on the internet for hours every day. Whether you're on YouTube, TikTok, you are on social media more time than you are being present when it comes to your children and being a mother to your children. That is a fact. There is no way you can sit here and actually parent a child or children when you're fixated on a camera. We have seen your children get into things that they typically, I would hope, wouldn't get into if you wasn't distracted by a camera. We have seen your children get hurt. We have seen your children lack eating properly because you're feeding them snacks so you can stay on the camera. Like, there is so many things we've seen. We've seen Kalani cry for how long? She's either crying or she's sleeping, but you don't pay that girl any attention. You're not playing with your kids. You're not reading to them. You're not spending quality time. And this is what this person is saying. But you don't want to hear that. Because any valid points that people make, it's dumb or it's coming from a hater.
Never. But thanks, baby. He's just mad that you took your energy away from him. 100%. And I'm never going to come on here and dumb down my situation. It is what it is. It is what it is. You don't like the truth? Well, go over there where they lie and they make up stories about me. Go ahead. Go over there and let somebody tell you that Raquel called them. Raquel just got off the phone with them and told you all the 411. Okay? Right before that, Gerard just got off the phone and told him all the 411. Girl, let go over there, you guys. Because you guys don't want the truth. You can't handle the truth. The truth doesn't sit right with you. You'd rather stick with the lies. I don't care. I don't have time for that. I don't. My spiraling, my crash outs, me, if I wanted to go all the way off the deep end and end everything, it would be justified. Because you don't take children away from a woman, a mother who loves her kids, and then just be like, get over it. Deal with it. Like all you bitches have done to me. And however I choose to deal with it, I will deal with it. If I did choose to go all the way off the deep end, bitch, that's what the fuck I decided to do. And I'm justified in doing so. Because my children are my heart. I only live for my kids. I don't have anything else to live for in this world. Call it pathetic. Call it whatever you want to fucking call it. But the moment I became a mother, that was the most important thing to me in this world. I don't care if I don't have a college degree or I'm not whatever the fuck. I don't have all these other statistics and stats and I'm not perfect like you guys. Being a mother was my most important thing in my life. And it still is.
Being a mother should be the most important thing in your life. But once again, your actions do not show this, Olivia. And I would never intentionally try to make a mother feel guilty for saying that they are not being a mother or showing themselves to be a mother to their children. I would never just intentionally say something like that unless I saw things that questioned that. And it's been a lot of things that I've seen that question that. Because for you to be sitting here now in September of 2025, when we saw you back in May of 2025, acting as if you was about to start a brand new life without your 3 children. The things that you were saying, Olivia, you were saying you were living your best life, that you were happy with your life, you were content with your life, knowing that you had just left your 3 children. I also can't wrap my mind around how you can sit here and say that your children mean everything to you when you said out of your own mouth while you were in Florida that you had no intentions of coming back to Texas. You said it multiple times. You was not coming back to Texas. You said it recently when you showed up in your Texas apartment after saying you no longer had it. But you said even in that video, just a couple of weeks ago, you said that, or was it a week ago? It ain't even been that long. But you said out of your own mouth that you was not planning on coming back. So how is it that you left your 3 children behind? Again, you said multiple times you wasn't coming back to Texas. That pretty much, everything will work itself out. It'll end when pretty much your children gets of age. You was even given a parting speech to say that you hope Nisha does what she needs to do in taking care of your children. This is what you were saying before you even left Texas, because you knew you was planning on going to Florida. But now you're trying to make it seem like, this was just a temporary setup. I was only going to stay in Florida until I finished school in March of next year. You said your lease was up in January of next year. Your mother was the one who told you to keep your apartment in Texas. So really, if it wasn't for your mother, according to you, to tell you to keep your apartment, you would not have came back. But you want to sit up here now after you done tried to do all these spin moves and change the narrative I don't know how many times since you quote unquote was homeless. Now you wanted to make it seem like you're here fighting for your children and your children mean the world to you. Again, your actions don't say that. Because you was away from your children for 3 months, Olivia. According to you, you was willing to sacrifice your kids so you could get yourself together. But you couldn't go to school in Texas. You couldn't find a school that would allow you to do what you wanted to do that you was going to school for in Florida. You said out of your own mouth you did not speak to your children for 2 months. You didn't show up for 2 of your kids in any form to show them any type of love and acknowledgement on their birthdays. But your children mean everything to you. This is why I can sit here and I can feel justified in me saying that when you say your children mean everything to you, I have to give pause to that because it's not adding up.
No, what happened? The kids saw you do what you did. Everybody knows exactly who you are, Gerard. I don't know why you're trying to still paint this facade, baby. You need help. You need help. And I'm going to continue to rub your face in the shit that you do. Because you need to face it. You need to face it and you need to get help. For real. As the father of my kids, I really hope you get some help. Okay. Anyway, now that said, let's get on to what happened yesterday. And I'm going to show you guys screenshots. Okay? Okay. So let's go into the app. Okay, here's the app. Oh, he texted me. Okay. According to the court order, okay, we'll go to that. Okay, we'll go to that later. Because now everything's so technical. Everything is so technical. Okay. Okay, baby. Okay. We'll play the technical game in a minute, you guys, okay? Let me see. Okay, no. I'll play the technical game with him since he wants to play the technical game. Poor baby. All right, so here we go. It says, hello. This was, when was this? August 6th? Oh, wow, this was August 6th. Look, I was like, this was my way of thinking about it. I was like, I'm going to go and visit my kids. This was my first thought. I needed to pick a weekend because I just missed them so dearly. I was like, I need to freaking go see them. I need to go see them and spend the weekend with them. So at first, before everything transpired in Florida and all that extra shit happens, I was like, I need to at least go see them and spend some time with them. I was going to fly out here. So obviously, if I flew out here, I cannot go lay down. If I flew out here, I could not pick them up from school, right? Okay. And let me tell you guys something. On the court order, since you guys know so much about the court order, it says that I pick them up Thursdays and I drop them off at school Mondays. If, for whatever reason, I cannot do that, then we meet up at another location, okay? Yeah, we meet up at a McDonald's. Right. Okay, it's all in the court order. So, with that being said, I wasn't asking him to meet me at an O'Reilly's. I wasn't asking him to meet me at my mechanics. I wasn't asking him to meet me at the grocery store. I wasn't asking him to meet me down the street from my house because my car wouldn't make it. I asked him to meet me at the court-ordered place if I couldn't make it to the school. Okay? Is that understood? Is that overstood? Do we all understand that? And if you don't believe me, yes, the place, I'll pull up the court order in a second. But I don't want to show you the address of where we meet. But yes, we have a meeting spot. It's very understood. Okay? To say, like, if I'm flying in or whatever the case may be and I can't go to the school, we meet at the meeting spot, which is very easy. It's actually closer and it's right between our homes. So, you know, it's right here. I live over here. He lives over here. So it's not a big deal to get to the meeting spot. It's not a big deal.
So now this is where we are about to kind of do a little deep dive into this video right here. Because Olivia is going to offer up some dates. And I want y'all to keep in mind this August 6th date. Because I'm going to address it here in a minute. But I'm going to let her continue to say what she's going to say here in a minute. But y'all are going to find this very interesting how the dates and the timeline matches up on certain things. Yeah, it's going to be very intriguing. So let me let her go ahead and continue on what she's saying.
So right here, August 6th, which was a Wednesday. Is that the first message? Yes, it is. Okay, August 6th was a Wednesday. Here we go. Yeah, August 6th. Does that say August 6th right there? Where does it say? Yeah. No, it says August 6th right there at the top. Let me screenshot it. I'll post it. Okay, August 6th. Hello. I'll be getting the kids September 5th at 6 p.m. at McDonald's. Very plain, very simple. I wasn't saying anything other than anything about the kids. He saw it. It shows that he saw it. I called. He didn't answer. Okay.
So remember when I told y'all to keep the date August 6th in your mind? She's saying that this is when she first reached out to Gerard to let him know that she's going to be getting her children on Friday, September 5th. She said at the time she didn't know how she was going to get up there, whether she was going to drive back to Texas, whether she was going to catch a flight. She didn't even know if she was going to move back to Texas at this time. All she knew was that she was going to get her kids on Friday, September 5th. And when I heard the date August 6th, I was like, why does that date ring a bell to me? Guess what this date goes back to? The exact date. Yep. The inception of her homeless story. Let's go back just a little bit.
And everyone talking about trolling and this and that. I don't have my place in Dallas. Oh my god, I can't believe I just said that. I broke the lease. And I lost all of our stuff.
What are the odds that Olivia ends up being homeless the very day she reaches out to Gerard telling him, I don't know how I'm going to get back to Texas, but I'm letting you know that on September 5th, a month from now, I'm coming to get my children. How ironic. Like the timing of all of this. That this would be the same day she started this homeless narrative. Interesting, huh? Like, it's really giving that this could have been the motive. This could have been the motive behind why Olivia came on this camera and lied and said that her and her 2 children were homeless, sleeping out of her vehicle because she knew she needed to get some money up very quickly. Because not only was she trying to get back to Texas, but I think she also wanted to get some money up because of what she was trying to do behind the scenes when it comes to trying to get her kids back. I'm sure there were other things at play, but I just find this to be very coincidental, don't you?
Wednesday, August 13th, I called, no answer. I called on Thursday, no answer. Okay, I said this on August 14th. I said, okay, you need to acknowledge me about getting the kids on September 5th. Okay?
So she provides another date, August 14th. What was Olivia doing on August 14th? Well, she was still on here acting like she was homeless. And not only was she saying she was homeless, but according to her, she was homeless and pregnant. Remember this live she did right here? Yeah, this is the live she did, as you can see, on August 14th, where she said she was homeless and pregnant. And this is when we were seeing her in the mall, eating very nice off of the Cash Apps and the PayPals that she was getting. Yeah, this was during her week of scamming the people where she was conveniently reaching out to Gerard, letting him know that she was coming to Texas to see her kids because she had the money to do so, which is why she was able to catch a flight after posting that new court document she got summoning her to court this month. That's why she was able to have money to not only catch flights, she had money to get her car shipped to Texas from Florida. She had money to purchase her a new couch. Yeah, she had the money to do so.
And then I said, okay, Jack. Well, I'll be there at the McDonald's September 5th for my visit with my kids. Make sure you're there. Thank you. He saw it. Yeah, he saw that. And then I called, talked to my kids, no answer, no answer, no answer. So that was August 14th and August 6th, okay, that I told him about September 5th, okay? Okay, cool. I called, let me speak to my daughters, blah, 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 blah. Okay, more calls, no answer. No answer, no answer, no answer, no answer. No answer. Okay, here we go. Okay, so I said August 28th.
So August 28th is the next date she provided. Now, as you can see by this screenshot, August 28th is when she went live entitling the video, We Gotta Talk. This was the first live she did when she first came back to Texas, and we saw her in her Texas apartment with her troll gown on and her bonnet. This was how she revealed to the people that she never lost her Texas apartment. This is when she literally came on this camera trying to do some spin moves, knowing that she had just got through scamming people into making them believe that she literally did not have a home. So I'm providing these snapshots for y'all So y'all can really see the timeline and how all of this coincided with her contacting Gerard to come get her children.
I said, hey, so this weekend is the 5th weekend in the month. So I'm supposed to be getting the kids tomorrow. This was last weekend. I was supposed to have the kids last weekend too. Because there's 5 weekends in last month. And anytime there's a month with 5 weekends, I get the 5th weekend. Okay? I get the 1st, 3rd, and 5th. Okay, cool. So I said, hey, so this weekend is the 5th weekend in the month. So I'm supposed to get the kids. This was on Thursday. I realized this a day before. Okay? So I'll just pick them up from school tomorrow, okay? That's what I said about last weekend. Because I was like, there's no way he's going to meet me. I'm going to have to find a way to get to their school tomorrow. But there was no response. He saw my message, but there was no response.
You said last week you were supposed to have also gotten your children. And you said last Thursday, which was August the 28th, you realized that that was the week you were supposed to have gotten your children. And so you said you contacted Gerard through the app and said, hey, I will just pick them up from school tomorrow, which was Friday, August 29th. So if you let Gerard know that you would pick the kids up from school on August 29th, and she said that he never responded, so she didn't know for sure if Gerard was going to go ahead and pick the children up since he never responded back. My question is, if you was willing to pick them up from school last Friday, what was the problem in you picking them up from school this Friday? Because if you already knew that your car was in a bad way and it was a possibility that you was going to have a hard time possibly making it to their school last Friday, what was the reasoning in you? I mean, I get that she's saying that the agreement was she was to get her kids September 5th, but she's also saying right here that she communicated in the app that she was also supposed to have gotten them the week prior and that she was willing to pick them up from school that Friday. So if you were willing to pick them up from school that Friday you came back to Texas, what was the issue in you just going ahead and picking them up from school this Friday instead of trying to meet up at the pickup spot? I mean, again, she can say it's the car, but I'm just looking at it from the standpoint of you knew your car was in a bad way. So why was you willing to pick them up on that Friday versus this Friday? I don't know. That part is just not making sense to me. But she's also saying that when she sent the text message to Gerard, she could see where he did read the text. He just never responded.
So I was like, okay, I'm not going to go all the way to the school and he's going to pick them up. Because you have to understand, he'll play the game with me. If I think I'm going to pick up my kids, he'll definitely play the game where he gets to the school first and gets the kids before I can. If you think that he won't play that game, he definitely will play that game. Okay, cool. So he didn't respond. So I was like, okay, if he's not responding, that means he's not going to let me get my kids. I have 2 babies and I have a broken down car. I cannot chance anything happening. You know, if I know that it's a go and I know that I'm going to get my kids, then I'm going to chance it and I'm going to do what I need to do. But if not, then I can't just willy-nilly keep chancing shit. Like, one of these days, my car is going to break down and I'm going to be stuck. And that's my biggest fear, to be stuck on the fucking highway with a baby in the car. Anyway, that's understood. It should be understood by most mothers in the chat, though. Okay, so... Oh, okay, I then responded the next day. Remember, that was the 28th of August. I was supposed to get him last weekend. He didn't respond to me. He looked at the message. He didn't respond, okay? I'm trying to break this down very simply for you guys because you guys like to add and subtract a whole bunch of weird shit, okay? Very plain and simple. We're going to keep it about the kids, right? Okay, cool. I said, hey, this was the next day on Friday, August the 29th. I said, hey, it's my weekend. Are you going to meet me at the drop-off location? Because I wasn't sure if he wanted me to go to the school or the drop-off. Either way, I want my kids, right? He didn't answer. So I called. Oh, that was at my time to talk to them. He didn't answer. Okay, cool. I said, hey, This was that night. This was last Friday night. He didn't let me speak to my kids. I said, hey, I was calling to talk to them. I said, hey, let me talk to the kids, please. I was in the store and I had no service because I called at 7:26. I have from 7 p.m. to 7:30 to call them. I don't give a fuck if I call at 7:29. Let me just get on the phone and tell them that I love them real quick. I should be able to talk to my kids whenever I want, of course, but I can't. So if I can just pick up the phone and just let me just say I love them so they know that I love them, you know? Because I feel like they deserve that, right? Or they don't deserve that. I don't know. Who knows? Anyway, I said, okay, so you don't show up at the meeting spot tonight to drop off the kids, and you're not allowing me to speak to them. This is parent alienation, which it is. So Wednesday, there's some more calls, no answers. But Wednesday comes around, just the 3rd, yeah, September 3rd. I called, all 7 p.m. He said, I'm still at work. I said, when can I talk to the kids? When can I talk to the kids? Question mark, question mark, question mark. No answer. I got no answer. Fuck me. I don't get to talk to my kids. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. So, that was the last conversation before the 5th, right? Okay, so here comes the 5th. Friday the 5th. When was this? At 1:47 p.m. 1:47 p.m. Since you want to play it like I don't give a fuck. Friday, September 5th at 1:47 p.m. This is before the kids even get out of school. The kids get out of school way later after this. Are you dropping the kids off tonight? Meaning at the meeting spots. Are you dropping the kids off at the meeting spots? No answer. Like a fucking child. Like a fucking child. I call. No answer. I called 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. No answer. I said, hello, are you bringing the kids to the meeting place at 6 p.m.? This was around 3:54. This was around when the kids get out of school. So he knew what the fuck game he was doing. He knew exactly what he was doing. I said, are you bringing the kids to the meeting place at 6 p.m.? I'm trying to... My communication started at 1:40, and I'm still trying to get a communication from him about where we're exchanging the kids. Right. I had no idea that you changed it in your minds and didn't let me know anything. I'm supposed to know. You think I'm a fucking mind reader? The summertime. I went to Florida to try to get my shit together. Isn't that what you guys always say I need to do? So if I take it upon myself to do that, I'm going to do that. Period, point blank. And you act like these motherfuckers don't try to keep my kids away from me anyway. So the moment I'm gone, now what? I'm gone. This is what you wanted. You wanted me to gone. So I take it upon myself and leave to go get my shit together. Whether it worked out or it didn't work out, who the fuck cares? What is your point? Why do you guys keep bringing this up? What hill are y'all standing on?
Olivia, you really don't see anything wrong with forfeiting your summer with your children to go to another state? You're saying you did it solely because you was trying to better yourself by going to school. There are schools in every state that pretty much offer the same curriculum, same courses, same certifications as any other state. Now, you may have had a preference to go to a specific school in Florida, but that does not justify you picking up and leaving behind your 3 children when you know you are in a custody situation as it is. You have limited time with those children, and yet you was willing to travel to a whole other state and leave them behind? And you don't see nothing wrong with that. At all. Like, how do you justify that in your mind? Nothing about the choices you made in going back to Florida makes sense. Again, if you are really trying to better yourself and be present in your children's life, how is it that you couldn't see that the best choice for you was to stay in Texas with your children and find a school in Texas that you could go to? You already had AJ set up in a daycare before you left to go to Florida. If AJ is in a daycare, what is the problem in you putting Kalani in that same daycare with her brother? It makes no sense, Olivia, why you move the way you move. It's not adding up. And you can't sit here and get upset when people call you out on the fact that you did leave your children behind. You did forfeited your summer with them to go to Florida.
Of course he's wrong for not communicating. What's the point? Anyway, we're not done. Okay, so he said at 4:03. My daughter had called me already by this point. She called me and she told me, Mommy, where are you? I said, baby, I had no idea I was supposed to pick you up at school. Your dad said nothing to me, baby. I told him where we were meeting and that was understood. And she said, babe, Mommy, please come right now. You know, if he picks me up, I'm not going to be able to see you. That's what my daughter said to me. So, bitch, I grabbed my child and I walked out the fucking door. Okay?
So this right here is what I was referring to when she was saying how Robin had reached out to her and told her, if you don't come get us and if our dad comes pick us up, we're not going to be able to see you. This is where I had got this piece of information from. And I think it's kind of telling, you know, for Robin to even say this and have this understanding, which is why I feel like there's a lot to this story that we're just not seeing. We're only really being able to see Olivia's side because Olivia shows her life and she's actually speaking about the situation. Now, there may be some things that she picks and chooses what she want to talk about, which she has every right to do so. But when it comes to the children being in the custody of their father, we don't really get to see a lot of what's happening behind closed doors on that side. And so for Robin to say that to me, it spoke volumes to me. Because I think with Robin being the oldest, Robin sees a lot. She's hearing a lot of conversation around her from all sides. And I do find that to be telling for Robin to say that. Of course, you know, we don't know for sure if this was the conversation, but I'm just going off of what Olivia is saying right here, and I'm just giving my opinion on the matter based off of that alone.
He said, why would I be meeting you anywhere when you're supposed to get the kids from school? It's 4. I'm at work, and you're telling me the kids are just sitting outside the school waiting on you? And the school is calling me because you didn't pick them up? You are sad. This is the narrative that he wants to spin. So how am I supposed to know? You obviously, let's be realistic, okay? Fuck the games. Let's be real. Let's be real adults here, okay? For once, everybody. You know that I keep texting you that I'm going to meet you at the meeting spot. Right? So obviously, that means Olivia's not picking them up from school. Dumbass. AJ, leave that alone. Okay. Not once, not twice, not 3 times did I tell you I'll meet you at the meeting spot on September 5th. But you wanted to play a game, and you wanted to play the game of let's make Olivia look worse. Let's make her look worse. Let's fuck with the kids. I don't know why you want to keep fucking with my kids and playing with my kids' emotions. I don't know why you want to keep doing that to them. You silly fuck. Like I said, and I'll keep saying, If you didn't want to deal with me, you didn't want shit to do with me, you wanted me out of your life, space, energy, all you have to do is shut me the fuck up with that nice little text message. I won't call you, I won't bug you, I won't blow you up, but you know that already. And that's exactly what you want me to do. You want me to have to keep calling you. You want me to have to keep blowing you up and run around in circles and shit, you weird ass. All you had to do when I texted you way back on August 3rd is say, I'm not meeting you anywhere. You go to the school and pick them up, and that's it. That's all you had to say to me. And I would have been like, oh, okay, shit, I need to find a way. He ain't meeting me nowhere. But you couldn't even do that because you wanted to make it look like I don't care about my kids. I don't know if you're trying to convince yourself of the bullshit at this point. I don't know what you're doing, dude. I don't know. But you're a fucking weirdo.
Now, I know some people may look at this situation and say, well, Gerard, he don't have to say anything. Some people may say, well, Gerard, he's moving a certain way, and so he's probably not wanting the kids to be with Olivia because the court case is coming up. But here's where all of that kind of falls flat. Because if that was the case, Gerard would have continued not to say one word in that app. He already showed a track record of not responding to her phone calls and not responding to her texts. She could see it was being read, but no one was responding. So, if that was the case, why would he finally respond back at 4 o'clock saying that he was at work and that she was pretty much, sorry for not picking the kids up from school? If she was reaching out to him starting at 1:47 p.m. that Friday, and she's showing where she was trying to contact him and he wasn't answering, and I believe she said the last text message was at 3:54 where she asked him, are you still dropping them off at the pickup? He then replies at 4 o'clock, which is the time I'm assuming they get out of school. I don't know what time they get out, so I'm really assuming. I know some kids get out at 4, some at 3, some at 2:30, like it just varies. But I'm just saying, if this whole time he wasn't responding in the app to her calls or her text message, and it was solely about him not responding to her because of the court case coming up, why would he make it a point to respond at that point? Again, it's not making sense to me.
And I said, this is not okay. You purposely messing with me, picking up my, you're purposely I was text to talk out right here because I was driving. Wait, it's not okay. You are purposely messing with me, picking up my kids. I told you weeks ago, I would meet you at 6 p.m. at the meeting spot on September 5th, and you looked at the text. So you decided that you were going to change the planet on me. You should have let me know like a grown adult. Stop acting like a child. This is not fair to the kids. Stop. I said this is not fair to the kids or me. Grow up. What the fuck is wrong with him? And then I sent him all the text messages, screenshots. Stop. I sent him all the text messages. I said stop. I sent him all the text message screenshots of when I told him where I was going to meet him on September 5th. I said I told you multiple times where I was going to pick them up today on today's date. I also told you that, that's what I wanted to show you guys too. Around this time, hold on. I don't know if I told you guys this, but around the time, I need to find the date. I told him at some point that if he needed to change something about me picking up my kids on September 5th, because he brought up, I'm not going to change my life for you, or whatever the fuck. The same shit you guys are saying in the comments. I'm not going to rearrange my life for you. I don't know. I thought maybe they have a vacation plan. Maybe they're taking the kids somewhere on September 5th. I don't know. But I thought like an adult. And And I was like, well, maybe he does have something planned. So if you want to rearrange something with me, let me know. That's all you got to do. Like, babe, here you go. I said, if you have plans that weekend, when is this? August 21st. Okay, here we go. Here, I forgot about this date. Okay, here. August 21st, which was a Thursday, I said, if you can't or won't confirm a simple pickup, I'm going to have to call your lawyer, which I did, to have you answer the question. Yeah, I had to call his lawyer to make him answer a question. I said, it's ridiculous. I just need you to confirm it because I'm flying out there. This is when I still thought I was going to fly out here to see them.
So once again, I want to give y'all some context. This is pretty much what was going on August 21st. And I'm going to take y'all back to what she was talking about on August 21st in this particular live.
Once again, to pick up and rebuild the pieces. Like I've said to you guys, I'm stupid. I fucked up. Thinking that I was doing something. I wasn't doing anything. I was hurting myself. Fucking with him. Okay? So, but I didn't give myself enough time to process. But yeah, I just allowed the same person who has tried to break me, I allowed him back to do it again. I openly invited him in. So, I have a lot of things to work through. See, you guys don't have to deal with your baby daddies because your baby daddies don't have your kids, right? They have to deal with you. It's the other way around. They have to call your phone. They have to try to get a hold of their kids. They have to try to see where you at so they can pick up they have to, you know what I mean? So you guys don't have to actually, maybe you guys do have to deal with your baby daddies, but only to a certain extent. I have to seriously. And then I have to deal with somebody who constantly plays games. So it's just like, it's a lot. It's a lot that I deal with. And then I said, if you have plans that weekend with them, just tell me so we can rearrange something. That's what I said. I said, if you have plans that weekend, just tell me so we can rearrange something.
Thank you.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Very grown. Very grown up. Very all about the kids. I don't give a fuck about none of that. If you want to do something with them that weekend or you don't want to rearrange your life for me, that's okay. You don't have to, baby. Just let me know so I can plan a different weekend. Understands? Okay, that's all. It's very simple. It's very simple. It has nothing to do with me wanting him, me wanting to fucking play with him, me wanting to do none of that. That's over and done. That was fucking finito when I said it was finito. That's done, babe. It was never about that shit. It was always about my kids, bro. Always about my kids. Always. Y'all think you want him. Bitch, I don't. Bitch, what? Baby, y'all want him. I'm good. I'm super good. I'm gonna say that in the nicest way I can. I am so fucking good. I am so good. I'm so good. Okay. But anyway, like I said, I just wanted him to confirm, and that's it. And it's like I said, it's just the games on top of games at this point. Where were we? I was responding to him. I said, I told you multiple times where I was going to pick them up on today's date. I also told you that if you needed to reschedule or move things around due to your schedule, I understood. And just work with me on that. Oh, just work with me on that. You're so sad and pathetic that you would even do this to the kids, knowing that you are purposely not communicating with me what's going on.
Yes, you can.
And then I drove all the way out there. He had picked up the kids, which he didn't have to do because the kids, I had told, when Robin called me, I said, tell your teacher, because the Y comes and watches the kids after school who didn't get picked up at pickup. I said, tell your teacher or tell whoever, because she used somebody's phone that worked for the school to call me. I said, tell them that I'm on my way and I'm coming right now and just stay right there. No, of course not. Of course not. This was all a fucking game. This was all a game. That bitch was probably right there when he sent me that first message about how sad I am that I left the kids stranded. Okay, sure. She was probably right there ready to come and get them. It's all a fucking weird ass game with me. It's very weird. It's very fucking weird. Anyway, I drove all the way out there. They weren't there. Cool. I said, he said again. He said again. Why would I meet you when you're supposed to pick them up from school? That's what the court order says. Okay. All right.
So here's another account where Gerard decides to respond back to Olivia after the fact. After the kids have already been picked up, now he's communicating with her. And again, I just find it odd that this whole time of her trying to reach out to him, he has not responded. But the moment he picked the kids up on Friday, he has responded to her twice. It just doesn't make sense. And yes, according to the court order, she is supposed to pick the kids up on Thursday, but this is Friday we're talking about. And there has been a couple of years of them meeting at this drop-off. That was the arrangement. They was meeting up at the drop-off for her to pick the kids up, and that's where she would go to drop them off on Sunday. So if this whole time, this is what he was willing to do, why wasn't it an issue then, but it's an issue now? Again, it's just not making sense to me.
So I got there, I said, and the kids weren't there. I said, where are my kids? I'm at the school. No answer. I called, no answer. I said, where are my kids? No answer. I called, no answer. Where are my kids? No answer. I called twice, no answer. Cool. At 7 o'clock, I called twice, no answer. I said, you didn't let me pick up the kids today, and now you're not answering the phone. It is my day to speak to them. This is parent alienation. And here we go at 7:27. Still during the time I'm allowed to speak to my kids. I haven't read this. I just opened this the app up and I see this. According to the court order, you were supposed to pick them up from school. You chose not to. That forced me to leave work and rush to the school to get them. Follow the court order. If you're supposed to get them from school, then get them from school. Here we go. Parent alienation is going 90 days without calling or seeing your kids. Exactly what you did. You always want to play victim, but the truth is, you left the kids at school during your scheduled visitation, not me. Wow. Going to the school at 5:15 when the school's let out at 4 is crazy. I called the court order and you should do the same. Cool. That's what you did. Okay. He put that in the app so it makes him look good, but okay. I got it. Baby.
So honestly, what are y'all's thoughts about this? Because I'm really trying to be fair in this situation. I'm trying to look at all sides of this. And I don't feel, I mean, when I look at the app was supposed to be where they were to communicate whatever was going on when it came to the children. That was court ordered for them to use that app, right? I don't find it to be fair that Gerard picks and chooses when he wants to respond to Olivia when it comes to her reaching out to him in the app pertaining to her children. I don't think that's right. I don't think that's how that's supposed to be done. Now, was he correct in saying that she alienated her children when she pretty much went to Florida? Yeah, he's correct in that. But does that give him the right to not allow her to speak to her children during her appointed times to be able to call them? And does that give him the right to not communicate with her when it comes to being able to make arrangements to get her children? I don't feel that's how that's supposed to go. And I just feel like if it was truly about the children, I feel like what we're seeing right here, wouldn't be a thing. It wouldn't be happening the way that it is. I don't know. I'm just, again, like, I don't have like an investment either way when it comes to these people. So I'm really like just on the outside really looking into this situation. And if there were different players involved, and it wasn't a Gerard or an Olivia, but it was somebody completely different, I would be looking at this the exact same way. My feelings would be the exact same way.
Fucking for real? I mean, I get what you're saying. Don't expect shit. But if that was the case, why are you expecting me to pick them up on a Friday if I didn't pick them up on a Thursday? You want to be technical. The day is fucking Friday. I mean, Thursday, not Friday, stupid ass. So if you didn't think I was going to pick up, if I didn't show up on Thursday, why would you think I'm showing up on Friday? Why didn't you play this game on Thursday? The calling me and the accusing me of not picking them up. You know why you didn't play that game on Thursday? Because then I would have been hip to your shit by Friday. And I would have picked them up on Friday. But you didn't want me to know nothing about the pickup. You didn't want me to be thinking about pickup from school. You wanted me to stay stuck on pickup at the location. This is all for you. This is all for your ego. This is all for your fucking down there. I don't know what you're getting out of this weird sick ass game. You came over. I didn't go to your house and fuck on you. You came to my house. You came out of your way, all the way to Arlington to fuck on me. Take responsibility. Own up to that shit. You cheated on your wife. I didn't cheat on my husband. I didn't cheat on nobody. I was single. I don't owe loyalty to a fuck thing. I'm single. So own up to it, bro. You cheated on your wife. And you lied about being married. You did so much. But I'm to blame. Sleep good at night, just knowing, not that I got you back or I did anything. I sleep good at night just knowing the truth. That you hate your life and you hate that woman. And you told me 1,000,000 times that you wish you stayed single. Everything else is I don't care about nothing else. Those words came out of your mouth. So, it seems toxic. This whole shit is toxic. Everything about this is toxic. Duh. Of course, that's my point. This is way toxic than toxic. What we had, him and I, that was toxic. This shit is diabolical. You marry the side chick just to fuck on your ex-wife and have a secret fucking obsession crush with your ex-wife? Like, this is diabolical, bitch. Not just toxic. But he is so fucking obsessed, and it's made you so obsessed with me. This is an obsession. It's a sick obsession. But you'll never win, because he'll never get over me, and those will always be my kids. You're a woman who stepped in the wrong game. You stepped in the wrong pile of shit. When you should have just cleaned off your shoe and went about your way and found your own pile of shit, you try to make comfortable in my pile of shit. This is my pile of shit right here. This was mine. Not saying he's mine. Girl, ew. But I'm just saying, you stepped in a person's life when he was married and he had 3 kids. You did that. So you're going to get whatever you get from that. And being cheated on with the same woman you tried to play with, that's just the tip. I feel like that's just the tip of the iceberg, babe. That's just like the tip. I'm just the tip. There's no... What that man is going to put you through and the life that you're going to live with him, good luck and have fun. Okay? Have a lot of fun with that. Have fun. Okay? And that's just that on that. It's not about me being jealous. It's not about me. I don't want him. You know when I realized I didn't want him? When I realized for real I can have him while he's with you. And I was just like, ew. I don't want that. No. That's not a flex. Anybody can have him. He's for anybody.